I rise to support excuse me, Deputy Howland's amendment because, like I said yesterday and last night, and indicated by my calling to vote and having to vote, this is rushed and no pre-alleged scrutiny. And as I said as well last night, we have supported every piece of legislation from day one and back when this first broke around Paddy's Day. Blindly, I would say, and rushed and in good faith. And the people and the public out there and the publicans have shut their doors. And everybody else that was asked to do anything have done it. The vast majority, maybe tiny percentage of people that didn't. And there are very few. But there's fatigue growing in, and there's tiredness, weariness, and the mixed messages from the government and departments, and the change of the guard of ministers and Taoiseach. The whole lot has had a huge slippage. And this seems to be, we're back here today, and I thank you for your words yesterday regarding to the issue in Clifton. The Taoiseach called it all to appoint a new minister and to deal with this legislation. Seems to be the main thrust of what we're doing. Rush this legislation through. I believe this legislation is draconian and it's unprecedented, really. Well, obviously it's unprecedented because we have an unprecedented crisis, but the situation as regards those two words, or otherwise, and in this section, as line 14, as Deputy Howland has said, and I support his amendment, because or otherwise could mean anything. It's very funny, someone thinks anyway, I don't know, but it's not very funny if you're a publican that has to get your licence once a year in public court, and indeed, run your business and run it professionally, as the vast majority do. I think 130 have been cautioned under this COVID crisis so far, and they're not even charged with anything, as far as I know. So look, it's really a sledgehammer to crack a chestnut. It's overbearing, it's overreaching to be able to have these powers to go into, and it may be extended. I'm not satisfied yet that or otherwise could include a publican's home or someone else's home. I'm not satisfied that that's not in it either. So the or otherwise has no business in legislation because it's too loose a term. Or otherwise. I caught a salmon, or otherwise it might be, I caught a trout, or otherwise it could have been a salmon. This kind of Dúirt Bán Lumg, Dúirt Bán Leahy, I double think, and Deputy Howland mentioned there could be the drafters. I don't know is the drafters, I'm not blaming the drafters, but I think it's very serious, and it needs to be much more clarity, and it's draconian legislation, and we can't have loose words like that or otherwise. Could mean anything. Otherwise we could be out at home today. Otherwise the sky could fall. It's just not acceptable. Thanks, Councillor.
Collins.